Yeah, we'll see.
We are live again! Again, we're live! 2 shows, 1 day! That is how we roll! And that is also how you burn yourself out. Shout out for those who tuned into the NFL show this morning. Shout out to Brierios. He's back again, folks. He's back again. Shout out to the panel, Lavon, Deuce, Parker. We are ready to roll. We are going to keep bringing you content after content. We are the Game Pass of this podcast shit, okay? We're going to keep giving y'all content and giving it to you and giving it to you. Like we took a Cialis or something. But anyway, what we want to do is we appreciate everybody that came in for the NFL show this morning. No, Bradios. Well, it could be. Sometimes we could have Console Warren in the Watchtower because that's predominantly like movies and stuff. You know, because we know how some of you Sony guys act like Spider-Man's undefeated. Like, you know, him and Wolverine can't take no hits. But
who said that though? Who said that? I would interject and say this that the Sunday the football show is more of a passion project type of show where you know, just listen to what I'm saying though, where the bulk of the stuff has come from the game related shows and the movie comics, really, to be honest. So, see what I'm saying? That's their weekend though, based with people like on a Friday though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Remember the football games start, you know, the Thursday games and stuff. See what I'm saying? So we were already gonna miss that. We won't really. Yeah, I guess see how it goes. I would do a trial basis of the Friday shows, right, and see how it does. Yeah, Rick, hold on. You derailing our programming, Rick. So you gotta wrap that up, bro. Wrap it up.
Let's get to the box office. Yeah.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Oh, Blue Beetle's still there.
Equalizer. That's dope. That's dope as hell.
I mean, it's an action movie, so I wouldn't.
And it wasn't a heavy advertisement push behind the movie. Like I saw commercials here and there, but it wasn't. Well, I wouldn't say that, Rick, because Mission Impossible. You know what I mean? I really wouldn't say that. What's that? Okay. But you know what? Through the rumor mill, I heard this was going to be his final Equalizer film. That's just the rumor mill, though.
Yo, Biaro says the sound's off. I said, there we go. Okay, I guess there it is. All right.
This it'll be here tomorrow. We ain't got to worry about this on the save point. There's something definitely up with this micro SD or whatever. It was giving me issues with the arcade last night. I just got to be careful. I can't move the mic. I got to let it stay still, and I'm just not gonna touch it because I did hear it go ba-doom. That little Windows ba-doom. When you hear that, I did hear it.
Also,
So
like a HyperX mic is decent though. That would be a good backup mic for you. Since you
What
only
are
got a
we
screw.
doing here?
listen to this.
What's
dude.
up, man? What's up?
So rounding out the top 10, so you got Barbie at 5, Blue Beetle at 6, Gran Turismo, which is kind of a disappointment in the States, but I mean, it's a car game. That over there is where Batman and them guys, they like them kind of movies. You know, those Europeans. Oppenheimer, again, another movie that won't go away. 315 million domestically. That's good. And here is something that I didn't know, which did this night. I killed the Ninja Turtles yesterday. And I told everybody and their grandmother how the Ninja Turtles was a dying freaking franchise, how nobody cared, nobody wanted to see these turtles anymore. But yet and still, Ninja Turtles crossed over $100 million at the box office.
Rick, did you see that movie, Rick?
No, my mother took my kids to see it.
I told you 3 weeks ago. I said that movie is fire. Like
Yeah,
I enjoyed it as much as I did with the Miles Morales. I enjoyed both of them equally. Like you need to go see that movie. If you're one of them old school Ninja Turtle people, just go watch that.
I am,
shit is
bro.
fire.
But listen, I was still now. This movie here is why I think Ninja Turtle. The brand's not as dead as I thought it was, but it's still. I thought that the Asian markets like Ninja Turtles because the movie it cost $70 million to make, and it made 111 domestically. If you add international, you're talking 161 million for Ninja Turtles, which is good. You know, I again, if Ninja Turtles gets to 200 million, it did its job. So, you know, shout out to them. I'm gonna click on this here and see where we're at.
They just had to rebrand it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not, it's never dead.
161 million. So again, it's still a domestic kind of property here, as you see. But I thought that the Asian markets loved it, you know, with the kung fu, karate, whatever, and the weapons and stuff, and
They never really
Roko Saki, and you know, I mean, they're Japanese names or whatever. So I figured that they would be on board, but it still looks like it's an American, you know, IP. Like that's kind of where it is.
It's never been big over there though.
You know, well, you know, Well, that's where all the toys and shit are manufactured over there for them. I got a lot of Ninja Turtle collectibles and stuff. I got the 1-to-1 nunchucks, the size, the katana blades, and the bow staff, and I bought all of that stuff when it came out. But Ninja Turtles I'm glad because listen, I'm an '80s baby, whatever. I'm glad that Ninja Turtles is doing good. 161 million total at the box office for a movie that cost $70 million to make. That's not half bad. And then rounding up the top 10 or coming in, the bottom is this movie called Bottoms. I have no idea what the hell that is, but it's looks like it's his first. It's only in 500 theaters. It gained 500, so I don't know. But it's good to see Ninja Turtles making some money. It's good to see Barbie. I guess if you're a Barbie fan, she's still in there. Blue Beetle's hanging on by a thread. He's lost another 530 theaters, but he's trying to hang in there. I thought that if this movie did have decent Blue Beetle as far as box office numbers, I thought they would include him in the new DC universe. It's maybe he might. I don't think he'll ever get his own movie again.
Here's the thing. I feel he possibly get his. He probably can because they can still market him to a much younger generation, or whatever, though, right?
Yeah.
And I think the next thing it'll be that he'll be as a supporting cast member in one of these movies, probably down the line. Though I see they can see that role for him, and then probably recast that because everything's supposed to be interconnected. Now they did that movie, okay. Now the James Gunn era will start in 2 years, basically. As far as movies goes and stuff like that.
Well, actually, I think it'll start this holiday because he had reshoots and stuff done for Aquaman, so he had his hand in the Aquaman franchise.
But that's not. Yeah, but he already listed the movies and stuff like that. As far as what he listed, though, so it starts with the Superman Legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
that's true. That's true. But but I see what you're saying. But I was just talking about what he had his hands in. And
oh no, yeah. He probably he probably do some research, this and that. But if officially starts in like in 2025, though. Yeah.
You mean his set of movies, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the and stuff like that. But we could see Blue Beetle somewhere down the line, and maybe.
Well, that leaves the question of when will the Justice League reboot movie release?
I'm gonna tell you this.
Question.
I don't really see a reboot.
Hold up. So James Gunn confirmed plans to release roughly 2 films and 2 TV series per year into the DCU, with 5 movies announced so far, and only Superman Legacy currently set for a 2025 release on July 11. That's
your answer right there. That's your answer right there. That Superman movie is going to be a Justice League reboot. That's going to be your answer right there.
No, I disagree with that. I don't think it's going to be a Justice League reboot.
Hold up. To take the DCU schedule up until the end of 2027. So don't expect anything before 2030, basically.
I would say this. I would expect to see the Authority movie before I say a Justice League reboot movie. Just, saying.
You see, Parker, I said that because the reason why you're gonna see like Wonder Woman, Guy Gardner, all these people in that Superman movie, because that's gonna set the foundation, so everybody's already familiar with the squad. So that's why I said that's gonna be a reboot movie, our first introduction to Justice League members. So that's why I said
I disagree with that because you know what? The Guy Gardner, right? He's going after this. He's going to be going to the show Lanterns. That's going to be on Max though. So I'm saying. So so that's going to do with the Justice League. He's going to be a part of the Lanterns though. That show that's going to be on Max. So
yeah, but what I'm saying is you're going to see other league members and Guy Gardner. Regardless of what you think about him,
it could be a possibility.
Regardless of what you think about Guy Gardner, he is a leaguer. So,
but I think he's more so like he's going to be part of the Lanterns and stuff.
No, he is.
So it could be another Green Lantern that possibly could be part of the Justice League, which you got in the comics though, like the Hall. Remember the Hall Jordan, the Alan Scott, which is Justice League Society, and you got the Green Lantern John Stewart, who's part of Justice League. So but I just feel we'll see more of a Authority a movie down the line before you see Justice League. Because he did recommend that authority book to check out, so I was going by off of that, So I think try something. He's gonna try something fresh, and I think the authority that fit in with like a movie he probably would want to do though, like the characters and stuff like that, Because he wanted to start his put his own stamp on it though, right? Because I guess maybe I don't know, maybe the Justice League. I mean, because you look at that not really
And
done right. But that's go ahead,
let me
man.
say this. It's funny because I know nobody cares, but Blue Beetle was a fucking good movie. It's weird because that director can actually be used. If you,
Yeah.
I
You
know,
saw
I
the
know
movie, man?
people,
I didn't see it. You saw
yeah,
it?
it's really good. Like I'm like, holy shit, this movie, like he really got the acting, the characters, everything right from top to bottom. This person knows their shit. I always find it weird, like DC, every once in a while they'll find these directors that they're really good, but they're overlooked. I think people overlooking Blue Beetle because I mean, obviously, I guess he's not Spider-Man, Batman, or Superman, but the I watched the movie and like I went into it with no expectation at the end of the day, but came back and I was just like blown away. I was like, wow, this shit was done really well. So yeah, I definitely think people should go see it, and that director should be given a second chance. I mean, the movie flops. It's not his fault, but the movie is done really good.
Yeah.
But
So,
we're always get another movie. But at worst, I think maybe a TV show based off that movie. You see what I'm saying? At least at worst, that.
that can work.
Yeah, I think maybe that probably be say like maybe give him a TV show on the Max, whatever. Okay, give him that or whatever like that. And something like that because everything's supposed to be interconnected anyway. The TV shows, animation, all
And
that
I
stuff.
think that makes a big difference. See, that was the problem with a lot of the DC stuff. They had great shows. They had the Superman and Lois that I'm trying to get through. They had the freaking the Titans. And if
Hmm.
all of that
Titans was
stuff,
dope.
yeah, if all of that was
Yeah,
connected,
good animation stuff too.
imagine if all of that was connected to the Snyderverse and all of that stuff that was going on. Yo, that would have been fire, bro. And I just never
Yeah,
understood why they didn't do that. Like it would have been so much better
that's
because
what Gunn talked about
yeah,
too.
because
Make everything be interconnected now. That's
yeah,
what
I
Gunn
mean
said.
that's what Marvel did. We watch
Yeah,
these Marvel shows, and I get some of them are only 8 episodes long, or Agents of Shield would only mention some of the characters. But the fact that they were interconnected is number one, is what made people buy them, and then number two. Look at we had now we didn't really have that with the Netflix ones, but it introduced us into
yeah,
Marvel characters that are now coming to the MCU with the
yeah,
Daredevils of the world and stuff like that. So that was with
yeah.
Kingpin. That's hot, and I just don't understand. Now, if anybody knows how to interconnect universes, is James Gunn, because
Yeah.
he took them damn Guardians of the Galaxy's CD level characters, maybe E. Let's be honest here. Nobody knew who Rocket Raccoon or freaking Quill and the rest of those guys. I mean, hell, we knew when those movies were coming out was who the hell Thanos was. And we knew who Thanos was from the freaking Infinity Gauntlet comic. Well, that's how I knew who he was. I didn't know that other stuff with Gamora and all that. So I went back to go and do my research on it. So it's good when you see stuff like that, and it makes you go say, I'm gonna go turn the page backwards. I'm gonna go find out the history of this character. And then even my kids, I found it because I have all the DC and Marvel encyclopedias down here on my bookshelf. And me and the kids, we were grabbing them. We was reading up on people. Was like, yo, well, that's not canon and this and that. Like, well, because one of the complaints about the MCU, and I don't want to go too far off because we only got an hour, is one of the complaints was how they nerfed Thor. Because everybody knows that if Thor did have a one-on-one, fighting a Thanos, and that it wouldn't have went like that. Like they made it be like Thanos was just like handling this motherfucker like nothing. And the same thing with like Scarlet Witch. Like she would have gave Thanos issues too. I mean, we'd understand they didn't have the Doctor Doom properties to because the whole Fantastic Four and stuff that Fox was in control of at the time. But I thought it was so much they could have done with that, with the interconnecting and all of that stuff. And it was still good though, but it kept you interested because of the TV shows, and even the one shots kept you interested because it was still interconnected. So I just thought that, I think this is a big move for DC to do it that way, because it keeps people talking about it, because it just, I don't know about y'all, but to me, if you're saying that the Titan show's good, the what's the name show is good. I forget the other one here with Brendan Fraser. Doom Patrol, whatever. You know, that's good, but they're not connected. And then you're like, damn, that sucks. It should be connected. So I'm just saying, that's just.
It's hard to tell stories that way.
Well, you know, Marvel up until now, Buck did a hell of a job doing it.
And I don't know if y'all noticed though, but
Titans and Doom Patrol is connected though. Titans and Doom Patrol is connected.
Yeah, but I meant when I say connected, I meant being connected to the Snyderverse.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Because think about it.
The larger universe.
Yes,
okay.
Because then
I'm sorry,
you're limited in the kind of characters you can use. Like Titans wouldn't have been able to do. They had Jason Todd in there and fucking, you know what I mean, coming back and
Superboy
and all that shit. I mean, so connecting it all, you're just very limited. That's why.
I mean,
smart to do Batman separate.
To effectively interconnect everything, that means you had to start from the beginning.
And that's what he's doing, and it makes sense.
Yeah, and also, he said also from video games to animation to shows and movies.
I'm about to say the same shit. Hell, have the video games and the animated shit be connected. That'd be good as now. I mean, you can't do it with all the show like Harley Quinn. You can't do it with that. That shit is its own like.
So entity. Far, I'm liking the ideas, even though it's not all connected as far as like this Batman being separate. You know, having a Batman that's like with a Damian. Like that's stuff that we'll never see in movies. I don't understand this mentality of we got to see everything in order in the comic. Like, I just want to see it good.
Because prequels are a thing. Like, you know, it's cool. Like, I mean, Star Wars showed you that prequels were a thing. You can't tell me as a kid. Well, I wasn't really a kid. I was, you know, a young adult, I guess, when the Phantom Menace came out. And even though I saw all those other Star Wars way back when, some of them came out before I was born, I was excited to see how Darth Vader was going to be as a kid. Before he turned, what made him turn to the dark side. And, you know, come to find out it was because they didn't trust him. That's what kind of drove him to be the Phantom Menace, is because the fact that he didn't think that they trusted him. And then you had Palpatine feeding his head saying, hey, they don't trust you, Anakin. Told you don't trust them. The Jedi it is. The Jedi that.
I like the things, the little bits I'm hearing. I try not to pay attention too much to movie production. But as far as like the characters and stuff and the ideas, I like because it sounds like they're building up my favorite version of DC, and which was like in Justice League International. You know, all the characters. You know,
those were more for adults, I think. More,
it was more dialogue driven. I mean, there was action and shit in them, but that and then. You know, like Booster Gold. Like I'd love to see Booster Gold.
Yeah.
You know,
he's a fun
like they're putting in Guy Gardner, right? And we got a Blue Beetle. It's like the only thing missing there is like Mr. Miracle and fucking Booster Gold. And then shit, we got a fucking Justice League movie right there.
You need
Martian Manhunter and you're set. You know,
you can't have Mr. Miracle without having Barda. You need his wife with him. So.
Well,
no,
they could be. Do you remember the cartoon Justice League when it became Justice League Unlimited?
That's when they broadened their horizons and bought.
There would be an episode where it's like the characters you'd never seen before.
They had Vigilante.
It was amazing.
They had Vigilante, the freaking cowboy looking dude in there.
But to me, I don't think there's any reason why movies can't do the same thing.
They had Jonah. They had Jonah's.
Jonah Hex.
You don't need fucking explanation.
Yeah, Jonah Hex was in the Justice League Unlimited. I
think,
he was in there.
The Question was in it. I mean, it had an overall arc, but there were episodes where it would focus on characters. You didn't need backstory for fucking every character. You know what I'm saying? They're just there.
Yeah, Justice League Unlimited had some guys in there. That was
so the Superman Legacy, you know, maybe it might give you a feel of like a certain Justice League type of movie because they have Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, you know, so it still got to fill some more cast. So I'm thinking of Superman Legacy is definitely going to be a great foray for James Gunn into this new DCU.
Yeah, that's where I could see James Gunn's vision and like his style working with DC is if he starts calling from those Justice League comics that I like, and Keith Giffen, but what he's talking about with, I love that All-Star Superman.
The movie I'm more looking for is not as far as team wise, not the Justice League, but the Authority though. right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that though, because he recommended that comic book though. You know, he recommended that though, right?
It's been a while since I read it, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As weird as it seems to me, being a Batman fan, I want to know what he's going to do with Batman. I think he needs to do with Batman like I don't want him to lose the field. Like Snyder had like the what's the name feel how Batman was in the video games and the Arkham games. I don't want to lose that tone where he was where he was very brutal, where he beat the hell out of people. I mean, the man was using his grapple gun to shoot guys in the shoulder and make them bleed and stuff. I don't want to lose that grittiness of the Batman, more like the Frank Miller kind of like Batman. I hope he stays with that type of Batman. I don't want him to go.
I mean, I think he's going to do that, Rick, especially introducing his son Damian Wayne. And, Damian raised by the League of Shadows. So I definitely think he'll stay in that realm.
Maybe you probably should get that comic. What? All-Star Batman and Robin, I believe, something like that. With Frank Miller and Jim Lee?
That had great art. The story wasn't that great, but I loved the artwork.
Yeah, so something like that. So, or the Batman with Grant Morrison.
We still got Pattinson going, so this has got to be kind of a different Batman. So I'm not saying they're going to go straight
Elseworlds.
Do you ever seen the cartoon Brave and the Bold? That's a great Batman.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I wouldn't want to see that in a movie.
It's more of a kiddie. That one is like more kids.
It's still great.
A lot of
still
singing.
Batman.
It
was good. It was good.
Actually, what was good? The Batman, that animated series, like it ended like
that was okay.
The Batman.
Which one? The one that kind of looked like Shrek? What are you talking about?
Is the one by the Jackie Chan cartoon guys?
Yeah, that one. I thought that.
Oh, you mean the one that?
No.
It's called the Batman
one.
That's the other one. Remember the one that got canceled from WB?
The CGI one?
Yeah, that one got
canceled. I hated that one.
I hated that one.
Yeah, that one wasn't that good.
Yeah, I hated the Batman.
That one came.
I thought you were talking about the one that came out on the WB.
The Batman though was okay, but you're talking about Batman.
Yeah, even the toys.
Something
nice.
of Batman.
I even bought one of the Batmobiles. Like I was like 30. I was like 20 something. I think I don't remember, but I went out there and bought a Batmobile to open it and play with it because I liked the way that the Batman's Batmobile looked, and I bought the figure and stuff. And I had it before I even had kids, so this was before 2009. So I actually went to Walmart, or I think it was, and I bought the fucking Batmobile and some villains and shit. And I had a little play along. But I'm man enough to admit that. Hell, I might have a play along tonight.
But my point is, a different Batman's is okay. I don't think they're going to go too far from.
I don't like that Pattinson one though, Bug. How did you feel about Pattinson at Batman?
I think it was a great start. It's just a different version of it. It's kind of like they're doing kind of like what Marvel has done with Spider-Man, where they took a little bit from Ultimate. So this is like borrowing a lot from Nightwing. So he's really Dick Grayson, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I've been saying that for months.
Exactly how I feel about
just a little bit.
I've been saying it for months. I said he is Nightwing. He looks like when he pulled that mask off, that looked like Nightwing's freaking mask. I was like, bro.
And I don't mind that. I don't mind that they took that. I mean, I'd rather.
How about this? I would love to see a Nightfall adaptation movie, or inspired Batman movie.
Yeah.
Because now you could have not only Nightwing, Robin, you could have Azrael in there, Bane. You know what I'm saying? That storyline was top tier in the 90s.
Yeah, it was because my man Azrael didn't want to give up the damn suit after.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, it's like teacher. Like the apprentice versus the teacher, basically going on. You
and
know what I'm saying?
remember, Azrael's appearance in the video games was pretty cool too. When you had to fight him on the rooftops and meet him there.
Isn't that when Batman got his back broke?
Yes.
That's
when Azrael wore the cowl because
he was a kick-ass Batman with the claws. He was like a Batman Wolverine type of. You know what I mean? He was messing cats up. He wasn't playing no games. He destroyed Bane. You see what I'm saying?
But see, this is kind of proving the point. Is like Batman has so many different. He's a mantle. Even if it's under Bruce Wayne, you still have different Bruce Waynes, and you have to.
There was an animated movie. It's funny you say that because there was an animated movie. Something happened to Bruce Wayne, and Dick Grayson was running around in a bat suit, and somebody realized he was like, "Wait a minute, I know you're not Batman." She's like, where's the real Batman?
Yeah, I forget which one.
I forget that was. That was funny as hell because Dick Grayson was wearing the shit, and she knew that wasn't Bruce. She was like, listen, you ain't fooling me. I know you're not the real Batman.
Was it the one where Damian went off the rails with the Teen Titans? They had to fight the Teen Titans.
They had so many animated
that was the new 52 version of the animated shows where Darkseid captured Batman and turned him into like his like Silver Surfer, if you will.
His strategy. He was like his strategist. Yeah.
That's when he disappeared.
Yeah, it was some good. Man, there's some good shit out there.
I like that.
But I think you do the Batman movie, like a Batman and Robin type of thing. I guess based off the comics or whatever. I guess that could work. Or
that's what Parker. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing with Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
Well, if he's doing that, then Nightwing must already exist. Dick Grayson must have moved on to Bloodhaven.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, he had to move on to Bloodhaven already.
See, I think that's cool. You get in different points. You get in an Elseworlds Batman, and then a Batman that exists with other characters. It's like, shit, why not? You know?
I'm be honest with y'all. I'm looking forward to that Penguin. I'll be straight with you. I'm more looking forward to Colin. Yeah, the Colin.
Oh, he did a hell of a job. I thought that Penguin was great. My favorite character though was Falcone. I like the Falcone character, bro. That that was my favorite character of that movie was Falcone.
He was a good Falcone.
Yeah, he was. He was an awesome.
He actually looked like Falcone from one of the comics. I don't remember which comic. He looked just like.
I couldn't get Transformers out of my mind every time I saw him though. I just kept thinking about Transformers and him walking around with that badge.
Oh yeah.
I am waiting for this Amanda Waller TV show though, because that ties in with Peacemaker, right? See, that's connected.
Well, she's the Nick Fury of DC. She connects everything.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that because her daughter was in Peacemaker. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so now we get her show, so that's gonna be connected, right? Yeah, so that's cool. And Viola Davis is a pretty damn good actress, anyway.
I loved her as Amanda Waller, especially when she was losing her shit in Peacemaker. I'm like, that's the real Amanda Waller right there. That's
and she knows all their identity. You're right. She's like the freaking Fury. Like she knows everybody's dirty secrets and she's like, remember the Justice League cartoon? She's like, hey, watch it, rich boy. Hey, man.
Yep.
He was like,
that's definitely a contract thing. They're trying to fulfill her contract too, keeping her around. Because it took a lot to get her to do that Suicide Squad and all that shit.
Well, I'm about to say, well, first of all, she's a hell of an actress, and to get her to, that's what you
want to keep her at Warner Brothers.
You have to, because she'll go somewhere else. Man, you let her go somewhere else, and she'll freaking grow and make another franchise because she was never a bad part of those movies. I don't think any of those Suicide Squad movies were bad movies. I thought they tried to appease too many Marvel fans by cutting stuff out, like cutting all the Joker stuff out that they should have left in there because they wanted to see, oh well, the Marvel guys do it this way, bro. People different.
It was rushed.
Different folks. Like you gotta like the Justice League was rushed. Man, they should have did 3 or 4 other movies before they did Justice League. Like, bro, you're watching Man of Steel, Batman's beating up Superman, and the next thing you know, we got a team up going on. Like, bro. What the hell's going on here?
Rick, I mostly agree with you until you said the Joker part. They should cut every part of his Joker out. It was trash, Rick. I'm sorry. Nah.
See, you can't have that to have a good universe where like half the people think it's the worst Joker and the other people are like, it was okay.
Listen, the best Joker is no longer with us. He's, you know what I mean? Right? He's the best Joker. I mean, no,
Jack Nicholson is gone too.
I would say Jack Nicholson to me was the best Joker.
No, he did a better role than a Joker, right?
That's my favorite.
I disagree. I say Mark Hamill and then Jack Nicholson.
Oh yeah, well that goes out saying too.
Mark Hamill,
that's the voice I hear when I read the comics.
No, I get that. I'm talking about live action Joker though, not animated though. You know what I'm saying this one because look at how the Batman movie was. It didn't feel like a comic book adaptation though. Like a psycho thriller drama type or whatever, right? So it didn't even feel like a comic book movie.
Look who the director was. I mean, you got
Chris Nolan.
Yes.
I disagree about Batman Begins though. I think that totally looks like a graphic novel.
No, I'm talking about the Dark Knight though.
Yeah, Dark Knight. Yeah, it's more like Heat or something. Even the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Dark Knight didn't feel like a comic book movie though. You really look how all the acting, all that stuff. That was like everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, he won a posthumous award though, but he played his ass off of that movie. The role of the Joker though, it was a great Joker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was shocked. I was in a bar in Las Vegas when I saw that on the news. He was
a method actor. They're trying to say that that's what kind of drove him to the.
Yeah, but there's other people that say that's all horseshit. Like even Michael Jai White said that.
Well, Jack Nicholson said the same thing. Yeah. He said that to Heath before he passed. That you sure you want to get into that because sometimes you can't come back from it. Like I guess he knew exactly what Heath was going through when he did the first Batman. So.
Man, he was just doing too many pills, man. That's all there is to it.
It's top tier too, but I would have to take Heath though, because like he wasn't as a comical Joker, a very serious Joker though. You see what I'm saying? And
this is why I didn't like him, because Jack Nicholson to me, he made me laugh my ass off, and he was like terrifying because he went to his man and said, "Yo, Bob Gunn," and then shot him. And I'm like, "What shit is that?" Like,
what? Straight up and down, he shot up.
So Bob the Goon. This is why I'm like, nah. He was menacing. He was menacing, and he made you laugh. You know what I mean? Like,
Bob.
I don't know.
He shot him.
Batman. He put on glasses and said, "You wasn't in a man with glasses." I had me rolling, and I was a kid laughing at that. And
I mean, I gotta go with Heath though. He owes you. Like,
coming from Tommy Bull, we need Lizzo to be the next Catwoman.
Oh, here Jesus Christ! Here you go. Yo, don't let Parker and Teddy hear that, and then they start fighting.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I said what I said. I ain't gonna bring it to the movie show, the Watchtower though. But you know, what was the next topic? We said a lot. Yeah,
Jake Gyllenhaal is supposed to be Mr. Fantastic for the Fantastic Four, and this is rumor, by the way. So
take who?
Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Brokeback Mountain. Yeah, that movie.
Huh. He would work for an older.
I don't know, man.
I thought they were going young.
I don't like the recycled. Like he's literally in that universe already, and then you're gonna bring him again.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel funny about that. Yeah, I mean it's literally the same universe, and thinking about bringing him, I don't know.
Yeah.
He would work as an actor as it, but I figured they would go. I always assumed they would do like Ultimate Fantastic Four, like make him young. But I don't know. They might be going for that retro '60s thing where they shoot him off into space.
Let's not forget we had the Human Torch, who became Captain America eventually.
But it wasn't the same universe. That's what I mean. But it was a totally separate universe. It was the Fox Marvel universe. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
this one, the Mysterio's canon to the MCU. So
you know why this is horseshit? Because all the fans want what's his name, Krasinski, right? He's already played
Krasinski.
him. Mm-hmm. And if they were casting Gyllenhaal, that would mean you could have got Krasinski because it's the same age range, kind of, or older, 40s, 30s, 40s. So I think it's bullshit. I think
this is a rumor.
It's he probably just took a meeting at fucking Marvel.
Quentin Tarantino, you guys watch his movies? Do you guys like his movies?
Yeah, I only saw it. If Django's one of his movies, I saw that, and I saw the first Kill Bill. That's it. That's all I saw.
Yeah, I've seen all those movies, except has there been one since The Hateful Eight? I haven't seen one after that.
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, I saw the tip. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, okay. Hollywood or whatever.
Oh, okay. Quentin Tarantino's final movie, The Movie Critic, will bring his filmmaking career full circle as he returns to where he first started directing. So,
that's the one thing I hate about Tarantino is his whole theory about how directors only have a certain amount of films in them. Blah blah blah. He's fucking overthinking it. Yeah. Like nobody cares. You want to see a good filmmaker make. He's worried about his fucking legacy, which is just dumb. You already made fucking like 3 classics, at least 2.
He's just going back to shoot the film in California, which is where he shot Reservoir Dogs.
Which was a good movie.
Oh, that was his movie?
Yeah,
that was his movie. I think he played a role.
He wrote Natural Born Killers.
Yeah, he did From Dusk Till Dawn too, right? Isn't that his movie too? I thought that was a good movie.
I mean, he was in the first one I don't know.
Well, the second one. Let's not muddy things up. That second one was a little.
I don't really remember the second one.
We'll just call it a
straight to video. I thought.
Rick, we're not sponsored. Take that ad off the screen, Rick.
Oh fuck!
But okay, well, what the topic is just that he's doing a movie.
Televisions.
Yeah, he's just doing a movie.
A tablet.
I think it's bullshit. I think he's gonna come back because a lot of directors have done that. Even ones he looked up to, they'll come back. But he's worried that because all the directors that retire and then come back, they make shitty films. It's like, so what? He just fucking keep making your movies. I want to see his Star Trek actually. I fucking want to see him do a Star Trek. Yeah, because it was rumored they were trying to get him to write one because he had a good idea for one. He was gonna at least maybe just write like the story and then have somebody else script it out, but they would probably put up too many roadblocks because he's Tarantino, But I would love to see that, man. A fucking a Star Trek story written by Tarantino. He should just fucking direct it. But
yeah, I think look, everybody says it's their last until somebody comes up with a Banks truck.
Yeah.
And gives you a whole how many times did Hugh Jackman say he'll never play?
That's what I was gonna say. I was just gonna go to Hugh Jackman.
Exactly. Like that dude he was like, no, I can't do it anymore. I don't want to train with The Rock anymore. Like, I just don't want to do it. But then freaking Marvel came over here. Disney was like, hey, listen.
You know what it is? It's because he does too much of shit himself. I mean, he always has an editor, but I think he edits his, and that's fucking some draining work. Putting yourself through that, where you're like editing a fucking movie for a year. He probably just doesn't want to do that anymore, but it's like, he's gonna want to direct again. He'll have a fucking idea, and he'll be like, I gotta make this fucking movie, so he's full of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, come on.
Fuck your legacy. You already made Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs.
Now, if he was Bryan Singer, then yeah, his career is over. Like that dude will never get behind the camera again. That's just what it is.
He's just worried he's gonna make a shitty movie and it's gonna affect the way people look at all this. And it's like, it doesn't work that way. They're just not gonna. History is not gonna remember your shitty ones. Nobody thinks of the Alfred Hitchcock movies that he did that weren't.
Like it's funny you say that, Buck, because even then, if people like your shit, they'll even like your bad shit. They'll go out and give an excuse on why of what you thought. Oh, well, he did this movie. This was on his mind, or he was thinking about this, or he was going through a divorce at the time. That's why because I remember.
I think he's thinking of film school professors and shit talking. Years from now, talking about his films. It's like, well, he was good at one point, and then he thinks about dumb shit like that because he's a fucking nerd.
I forget which singer it was. I'm trying to remember which singer it was. He was going through a divorce, and she got the royalties for the albums. His next two albums. So he literally purposely made bad albums.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was like, fuck it. Yeah, I forget which musician.
Speaking of Fantastic Four, that was Roger Corman made that Fantastic Four movie just to fucking because of they had the rights and they needed to use the rights, so they just had him fucking
that shit was
produce
awful.
A piece of crap.
Man, some things just shouldn't be done, bro.
I don't know if you guys ever seen that Fantastic Four, the Roger Corman one. No, the Roger Corman shit from the 90s.
Oh, yeah. And I saw the Hasselhoff movie as freaking Fury too.
You're just seeing that?
Oh, that's actually that was on Fox. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. That was funny. That's not that bad. It's cheesy.
No, I would not say it's not that bad, Buck. It was bad.
No, it was the Hasselhoff thing.
It was just as bad as the first Captain America movie, and I'm not talking about the one with Chris Evans.
Yeah. No, the Roger Corman one is literally bad. I mean, bad everything. But I mean the Nick Fury thing, the show on Fox. It's it was just cheesy. I judge things different. Yeah, I judge things different when you do it with you got a low budget. I mean, you hired Hasselhoff to be Nick Fury, so obviously you're not taking this seriously.
What's the next topic, Levon?
All right, Ben Affleck is not making his MCU debut as Daredevil after bidding goodbye to the DC Cinematic Universe and all that stuff. So, according to Insider Daniel Richmond, the ex-user Deadpool updates, Ben Affleck, who was spotted on the sets of Deadpool 3, raising a lot of hope about his Marvel Cinematic Universe debut as Daredevil, will not be making one. He is not a part of the threequel that stars Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, aka Merc with a Mouth, and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
So is he doing a cameo or something, or are they just people just thinking he is, or have they been talking about that?
Say that again, Buck. What did you say?
Are they Are they speculating completely, or is there actually talk of him like doing like a cameo or anything?
I think it's them wanting him.
I know that Elektra said she was coming back, and
because
a couple of people from the old Fox universe said they was coming back. So I'm not really sure if he is coming back. I haven't.
Ben Affleck wasn't a bad Daredevil. I have to say that. That movie, the actual the final cut they did, the one where they fixed it up, it's not as bad. But I never understood why people gave him so much shit. I think he was perfectly. I mean, that was decent casting for back then. I don't know why people always hated Ben. Just like with the Batman shit. I don't never understood that.
That was my favorite Batman. He was my favorite. Well, let me not say that. No, let me not say. Let me retract that. It was always Michael Keaton, then him. Like Michael Keaton was the original, and then he just, I don't know, man. The brutality in his version, the Snyder version, it was top notch for me. I loved it.
I think with a good director, though, I think Ben Affleck could have been a really good Daredevil back then. But Fox didn't really know what they were doing. They were trying to do gritty, but then they didn't go all the way with it. So, but yeah, that'd be cool. Him doing a cameo as Daredevil again. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would, but he's probably gonna want to.
But we already got a Daredevil, which is the one from the show.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
And he should stay Daredevil because he's good in that role. And I already believe him as that fucking character.
Actually, I believe all the Netflix characters except for Iron Fist. I don't know, man.
That never really clicked.
I don't know.
I like some of the side characters on that show, but he was, that was.
He's like one of the only people I don't mind them recasting. Like I loved everybody else that they picked, even the side characters. That was just odd. Colleen Wing, I loved her. Yeah, exactly. Night Nurse, I loved her. Like everybody except for even Foggy, Karen Page. Exactly. I loved everybody, but him.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that casting. I really don't.
I don't know. But what's his name? Finn Jones? Nah.
Maybe because they thought, because of the Game of Thrones thing, that was the best star they could get. They thought that would help the show, which I don't. It doesn't matter. They could be an unknown. It doesn't matter as long as he's a good fucking.
Yeah, I think that's
Iron
why
Fist, he was horrible.
That's the funny thing, like about these comic book movies. Like, as long as you're a good actor or actress, if they like the character and you do a good job of, putting that character on screen or giving its own life, a la like we talked about the Joker, stuff like that, people are gonna fall in love with the fact that you did. I mean, let's be honest here. Tom Holland didn't get his chops until he did a good job as Spider-Man in Civil War. Like nobody cared about him. Once Robert Downey Jr. started co-signing for this dude, and he's getting $200 million when he freaking sits down in a freaking casted chair. That's when people started paying attention to this kid. You need an actor or actress with a lot of power to endorse you. That's what killed Shia LaBeouf, is when Harrison Ford was not on board with that dude. He said, "Listen, I don't like this kid. Get him away from me." And after that, he gets caught with the plagiarism thing, and he ain't been the same ever since. If the OGs don't want nothing to do with you, bro, you're done. I don't know what the hell he did to Harrison Ford to piss him off so bad, but hey, man, it's about who you know. It's just, it works like this, in a regular workforce. It works like this in the movie industry. If you get one of the top dogs to say, yeah, this is a good dude, like, because that's what Bruce Willis did for Samuel L. Jackson. He put him on because Samuel L. Jackson was doing weird ass.
You talking about Die Hard?
Yes. That's how Samuel L. Jackson got his chops, is because Bruce Willis, who was already cool with Quentin Tarantino. Remember, they was both in motherfucking Pulp Fiction, and that's he got Samuel L. Jackson the role as Jules in Pulp Fiction, because Bruce Willis has told Quentin Tarantino, "Hey man, you got to take a look at this dude. This and that. I think he's good. He's going to be good for this movie." Because, obviously they read the script and he's like, "Yo, I know a guy who can play Jules." I did Die Hard with this dude, Samuel L. Jackson. You should take a look at him. And Samuel L. Jackson even said it. He said, hey, I went there thinking I already had the role, so I was half-ass auditioning for it. He said, and I felt it was wrong. He said, so what I did is I called Quentin Tarantino and said, listen, let me come back tomorrow and, I have a better idea for Jules. And he said, that's that whole thing where he did the whole speech about quoting the Bible. Like that was Samuel L. Jackson, like doing that. Yeah, that was his improvising. And that's when, what's up, Dark Lord Fusion? And he said, that's what, and then Quentin Tarantino said, that's what made me know that this was the dude for the role. When he improvised with that whole thing, this is a tasty burger and all that other shit. He said, that's what got Samuel L. Jackson the role. But and Samuel L. Jackson had some good work. Like when he was Gator in Jungle Fever, that shit was funny as hell when he was doing a little dance and stuff. And then, father ended up shooting him. But, some people you can't forget where they came from. I remember when he was playing those roles. And now he's Nick Fury. He's unstoppable. Levon! Where are we at?
It.
That's it. All right. Yay. And under an hour at that. So, yeah, Tommy Bull. That's crazy, man. I was watching that. I don't read anything anymore. But I was watching that, and he was giving a whole rundown on how he got the Jules part, thanks to Bruce Willis. And, again, people can help you. They can help you get put on. But, they can also help you get thrown the hell out, like yesterday's garbage. And that's what happened with Shia LaBeouf. He pissed off Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford name holds a lot of weight. He's only been in the biggest franchises. I think Indiana Jones, this last Indiana Jones that come out, I think this will be the first movie that Harrison Ford did in like the Indiana Jones series or Star Wars that didn't do like $1 billion.
Well, I hope you don't bring that same energy over to Captain America 4, because keep that shit, man. Don't bring it over here to Captain America 4, please.
Which I'm surprised they hired another older gentleman to play that role. Listen, these guys, even though their personalities are bigger than life, they don't live forever. So when you're hiring 80-something-year-old actors and your movies come out every 5 years, listen, I'm not guaranteed tomorrow, and neither is that guy. We're all human. So you're hiring these old actors to play these parts because you want continuity. You better be a little careful, because
I guess they wanted somebody to continue the Red Hulk storyline that they never got to explore in the first place. So they wanted somebody to look close to the part of William Hurt. So I guess Harrison Ford was the closest one.
They could have grabbed Buddy that played the original Thunderbolt. The guy from the
other Hulk movie. I didn't like him as Thunderbolt. I don't know. I liked him as Ghost Rider.
Yep. He was in Ghost Rider.
I liked him.
He got that voiceover, cowboy voice, the real deal.
Yeah, I liked him as the older Ghost Rider. I didn't like him as Thunderbolt Ross. I don't know. I don't know.
He's got a hell of a freaking what do you call that? The locks on him. The old man's got some good hair, man. That's his real hair. Yeah, he's got that silver freaking thick mane on him, yo. Like, some dudes got good genes when it comes to hair. But that dude right there, yeah, Sam Elliott. Yes, Iron Mike, Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott is the dude, though. He got that voice. Drink this beer with barley and it'll feel real good. Like wearing no condom. Like, that is the man. That is the man, Sam Elliott. Yeah, I thought he was good as Thunderbolt in the first Hulk. He was believable. He's a new mayor in Family Guy, which Sam Elliott is also old, and we know what happened to the last mayor in Family Guy, Adam West. He's no longer with us.
R.I.P.
Yes, sir. So yes, he is a good actor. Yeah, I thought that Sam Elliott, but yes, in westerns, yeah, hell yeah, in western, like again, he was in that spinoff of Yellowstone. Like he sounds like a cowboy, man. Hell, if I heard that dude on the phone, I'd be like, he gonna come here with a herd of buffalo.
That's what I said. That's exactly why I said I liked him as the Ghost Rider when he was on the horse.
Yes.
When he was on the horse compared to the general. It's like, nah, I see him more as the older Ghost Rider.
Well, we can't call him the general because the hair. You can't be
having. Well, General, we're talking about General Ross, right?
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. I can see what you're saying because listen, bro, we know the Army generals don't wear hair like that.
Right, exactly.
That ain't happening, bro. You're gonna get your nice little haircut when you join in the Army. It's the NATO. So anyway. Levon's got nothing else. Shout out to Iron Mike for coming through. Beardios again. Tommy Bull, Dark Lord Fusion. Everybody else on the panel. Deuce, Parker. Manhattan, he came through for a little bit. Levon for putting it together. And am I missing somebody? Ty, I don't know where Ty is. Ty did the early NFL
Buck
show.
came through.
Yeah, Buck. Shout out to Buck. Buck came through. But yeah, man. So we gonna move the football over to Fridays because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Doing 2 shows in one day is exhausting. Along with church, along with having to try to watch some football, it's tough. Like this whole time we've been doing this show, I've been peaking. Which I want to give you guys a little nugget here. We know my 8K TV broke, right?
Here we go.
Broke, no good. But I also told you I had a primo that says he can fix this TV for what? $300 with the One Connect box. And guess what? He got me that One Connect box, and I ain't had a problem with this TV since.
Goddamn! So now you got money in your pocket and you got the TV back. That's dope.
I got the money in the pocket and the TV. Bro, the TV listen, the TV's been on all since I got
Ricky
from church.
Brown.
TV's been on.
Now you say that, Ricky Brown. Now you get the extra money. I will replace that gaming monitor, right? My personal opinion.
This is
let me finish it. I'm not saying throw it away. Let me say this though. Get a 42-inch OLED because you have a 4090. You'll be doing, you can do, a 4K. So I would get like a 42-inch OLED, right?
Yeah.
You can get one for like the C3 for like probably C2 or C3 for like $1,000. 42-inch OLED.
I can get 240 frames in it.
No,
I mean, 4K, not at 4K though, not at 4K, but you'll get close to 120. I mean, you got a 4090 though, but you'll be playing at the highest supported resolution, right?
But now I thought you guys said that we don't play resolution, we play frames.
No, but the details.
Who are you guys? Who says that, Rick? Name these people.
Different people from different websites and stuff saying Digital Foundries of the world, saying that they rather have the frames than the resolution. Marlon and his coon behind.
Okay, let's not turn to that.
Well, he said name names. I mean, did you not ask for this war?
No. I said
Rick, I'm just saying though,
okay.
I would get that like a 42-inch, right? Have that on your desk. You got like a 45, 49.
Yeah, I got a 49. I got a 49 curve. I think that's good for like racing games, I guess, and like first person shooters because man. I mean, I'll get that OLED though. I mean, for like a 42 inch. It's also perfect for me to put foot in the pastor when we finally play that Street Fighter again. I see you in here.
I don't think that's going to help you though, but just have confidence.
No, he's using that broken character. He should win.
It's not a broken character though.
Broken character, bro. It's the worst character in the game, according to pros right now.
Oh, you hear this?
This
is a man of God, folks.
I didn't say according to me. I said according to pros. That's what I said.
Oh my God.
But Street Fighter always gonna come down to skill though. At the end of the day.
Yeah, you might want to get me right now because all I've been playing is Starfield, bro. So, your opportunity.
Well, at least somebody's willing to step up the fight, unlike Mr. Parker 201.
What you mean? How many times you got beat your ass for you to learn? You ain't messing with us.
Parker, you're afraid to press start, man. Just a minute. Anyway,
hold on. I play more ranked matches than probably.
That's like saying you're the tallest midget in America. It means nothing. What are you talking about,
though? Rick, you're ranked 2. I play more ranked matches than you. I'm not scared to play.
Parker, I played more games than you.
No, you didn't. And what, Street Fighter?
No, overall, I played more games than you.
It was like that has nothing to do with it, though.
Yeah, dude. I actually finished my games. But anyway, thank y'all for coming out. Parker doing games. All right, play me in 2K then.
2K.
Why not?
You got a mod player?
I'll make one right now.
Go ahead, make one right now. I dare you.
Okay. I'll go buy it. Whoa. I got to buy it on Xbox, right? Because PC is not the same.
No, yeah. You better
chat. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate y'all. Hit the like button on the way out, chat.
Yes, sir.
We'll see y'all next Sunday 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern. We'll have some brand new topics for y'all. Oh, we didn't forget, chat, about the villains and the heroes, the verses we was gonna do. No. We're gonna reschedule that for next week. So hit the like button on the way out, chat. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We're gonna see you next week.
Yes, sir.